Hello, my name is Joe and welcome to my channel. I have a question for you guys. Who do you think is possessing the animatronics in Security Breach? I, like most people who know this series, assumed that it was, well, children. I mean, it's an easy assumption to make. You know, the old FNAF classic. But while I was working on my theory for what Gregory's just whole deal was, I realized something that caught my interest. Something about the CDs. Now, those of you who have seen my previous video would probably know this already, but in FNAF Security Breach, you're able to find mysterious CDs that, when played in a secret room, play recordings of various therapy sessions. Now, many of them are for Vanessa, but others seem to be for a different person, a child. And while I'll be covering specifically what this might entail for characters such as Gregory in another video, while I was re-listening to them, something stuck out to me. A few of the therapists seem to have some very notable pieces of dialogue that connect them to an animatronic. For instance, the first therapist has these lines.
Good morning. Isn't it a pretty day? No? What's the matter? Oh, right. Too bright. I'll pull the shades. You don't want me to get in trouble, do you? I could be put in the corner for a timeout.
Which clearly connects them to Sun. Then the third therapist has these lines.
Sure, you can have a candy. I'll have one too. Hi, Vanessa. Would you like a candy? Butterscotch today.
No, thank you. Those have 35 calories apiece.
Well, they taste good to me.
And this connects her to Chica, you know, with the whole, who wants candy? Finally, we get this line of dialogue.
Apparently, I'm the fourth therapist you've had. And apparently, all three of your former therapists have gone missing. Or two of them are missing. I don't want to scare you, but I have to tell you that one of them was found dead.
So, most likely, all of these therapists are dead, right? And how many therapists are there? 5. Just like we have 5 distinct personalities among the animatronics we need to fight throughout the game. So, is it possible the therapists are the one possessing these animatronics? Well, let's see if we can find any dialogue connecting the other 3 to the rest of the Glamrock crew. Now, the issue was that no individual piece of dialogue really stuck out to me as much as the ones I already showed you all, so I wasn't really sure where to start. But then I realized something. With Sun being the first and Chica being the third, it's possible it could be going in the order you face the animatronics in. With that thought in mind, it would mean Moon is the second therapist. And while there isn't any specific piece of dialogue to point to this, I can kinda see it. The second therapist is easily the harshest out of all of them, and that would work with the very creepy "you must be punished" personality of Moon. Moving on to the fourth therapist, this would bring us to Monty. While technically you would normally fight Roxy after Chica, you actually could do either Monty or Chica at the same time in their specific section of the game. So Monty would be before Roxy. And in the same clip where this therapist is explaining how the others were missing, she says this.
Well, then I guess I'll go ahead and tell you that the woman's body was pretty messed up. It looked like it was mangled by machinery.
This remind you of anything? Because to me, this clearly reminds me of what Monty's body looks like after being destroyed by Gregory. That brings us to the final therapist and Roxy. Now, is there any dialogue that suggests a connection there? Well, kinda? We get this line.
You think it's a mask? It reminds you of a mask? Like a disguise? Yeah, I can see that. You like the idea of being disguised? Disguises let you be sort of invisible, don't they? You can get away with almost anything when you're invisible, can't you?
it could be a reference to Roxy losing her eyes, I guess. But I don't know. It doesn't quite feel right. In fact, a lot of these just didn't feel exact enough to me. Then, something hit me. There may be 5 personalities among these animatronics, but there's still only 4 actual animatronics. And we do know one more animatronic that showcases a personality. Freddy himself. And as soon as I thought of this, things just started to click into place. Under this interpretation, Freddy would be the one possessed by the final therapist, and really, that makes more sense with the dialogue. The line about a mask making you invisible would be referencing how you can hide inside Freddy to make yourself pretty much invisible to the other animatronics. This would also make Roxy be therapist number 4, which I think could still work. The line about the state of the previous therapist could be talking about Monty or even Chica, because she's referring to a previous therapist, or hell, it could even still be referring to Roxy, since she was pretty messed up by that go-kart. Plus, we also get this line from the 4th therapist.
I have to say that I think it's weird that you'd spend so much time in such a busy, social place. You seem like more of a loner to me. Lots of time by yourself instead of with friends. Lots of time talking to yourself. Right? Is it the electronics you like? I saw in your file that you have developed software programs that talk to you in repeat phrases, right? The program asks you questions and prompts you for responses. It's kind of like your own self-therapy, isn't it?
Which, when you think about it, could be a reference to Roxy always talking to herself throughout the game. The only issue is with therapist number 2 being Monty, and I really can't find a good connection there. Still, I do think the rest of them work pretty dang well. So, which of these concepts do you think has the best chance of being correct? The one I first presented, or the one including Freddy? Or even a third one where I just mixed up Rocky and Monty? It would still kind of work since the game's dialogue does seem to support doing Phaser Blast first and Gator Golf post-game, so you never know. For me, while I'd say the second one makes the most sense, I'd prefer one of the other two. Because there's another theory I like about who might be possessing Freddy. One about a certain purple-skinned protagonist we've played as a few times before. But that'll have to wait for my next video, where I'll discuss Freddy and Gregory's possible identities and how they might connect to the Afton family. But hey, those are just my thoughts. What do you think? Agree? Disagree? Think the daycare attendant needs to just stop being so creepy? Let me know in the comments down below. And, subscribe. I'm gonna try and do a video every couple of weeks, so you might find something you like. Till next time, safe journeys, my friends.